I'm Santosh Kesri. I'm a neuroscientist and a neuro-oncologist here at Pacific Neuroscience Institute. I'm also a director of the Pacific Neuroscience Institute Research Center. The clinical trial that we're talking about today is called Pilot Study of Pemetrexed in Chordomas. The purpose of this clinical trial is to test whether a new drug called Pemetrexed that's used for lung cancer can be effective in treating chordoma patients. Pemetrexed is a drug that was approved for lung cancer many years ago, and we've used it in various brain cancer, in particular brain metastasis from lung cancer or leptomeningeal cancers such as from breast and lung. What we learned is that at high doses we can get drug into the brain and have activity in brain metastasis. So this is a pilot study because Pemetrexed is already approved on the market for lung cancer, and we're using it off-label, so to speak, to treat other brain tumors, including chordoma patients. The idea for using this drug really came about several years ago when we had a few chordoma patients that really failed all the standard treatments, including surgery, radiation, and several lines of chemotherapies and targeted therapies based on the literature. When we looked at these patients, we noticed in the tumor tissue they had no or low expression of a biomarker called TS, or thymidylate synthetase, which is a marker, when it's low, predicts response to antifolate drugs, and Pemetrexed is an antifolate chemotherapy. What we decided, because these patients ran out of options, is to get Pemetrexed available to the patient through a compassionate use approach, and we had to fight with the insurance company and eventually got it approved. The two patients that we treated had metastatic chordoma in multiple locations. Normally, chordoma is a tumor that arises in the bone, especially in the base of the skull or in the lower spine, and oftentimes it does come back after radiation and surgery and ends up spreading to other locations such as the lung or in the brain. So what we did was saw these two patients respond to Pemetrexed, which was unexpected, even though we had a rationale for why this would work based on some marker testing we did in a panel of chordoma patients. Chordomas are rare, about 100 patients a year in the United States. Although we're only enrolling 15 patients, this is not a very easy study to accrue just because there's not very many patients. Patients who are eligible for this trial are any chordoma patients, whether it's newly diagnosed chordoma patients or patients that have failed surgery, radiation, or prior chemotherapies. So it's a pretty open study for any chordoma patient, and it doesn't have to be a fast-growing chordoma. Even slow-growing chordomas where the current treatments are not working also qualify for the study. Chordoma is a rare tumor, and really, besides radiation and surgery, there's never been a drug approved for this disease prospectively. Our small study of 15 patients, if we can replicate the benefit that we saw with our two patients, which is essentially 100% response rate, if we can replicate anywhere close to that, this has a chance of getting approved as the first drug for chordoma, which would really be a breakthrough for this disease. And we hope that this message will get out to the community, because we're really looking for patients so that we can enroll patients quickly and get our answer within a year of opening the study. So this study is open. Patients and family members can learn about the study on the website at clinicaltrials.gov or on the PNI Clinical Trials subsection of the website. And on there is information about our email contact as well as phone numbers to call us to learn more, as well as how to get in to see us and enroll on the study.